Hey, how y'all doing? It's your boy Nurse Akeem back with another video. I don't know if you guys probably interested in these type of videos, but I want to do a deep dive into a little bit more psychology. And today we finna look at an interview of a true psychopath. Looks like something from maybe the 50s or something. Antisocial personality. So if y'all like this type of content, y'all like me to do more videos like this, please, you know what to do. Let's see what we got.
And oh yes, those lovely lilac switches. The lilac shoots would grow about 3 to 4 feet high. Very slender, very flexible. And I was told, whenever punishment time arose, to go out into our backyard, which was surrounded by these lilac bushes, and cut my own weapon.
So I hate to make a joke about something like this here, but the way he described that would be similar to my childhood and a lot of people my age, 35. When we was growing up, if it was time for you to get a whooping, mom would make us go out the door, find a tree, you pick a tree, get the switch that she gonna tear your ass up. Ain't that some crazy psychology behind that mess there? Um, I eventually cut the tree down. The one she was whooping, the one that had the worst thorns on it, I cut it down. But her go-to,
The weapon for her to use. It would have been a sheer joy to me at the time if I could have shared another weapon with her and we could have fenced.
What were your feelings toward
Hate.
this woman?
Hate and fear. This fear extended beyond her. It extended to her own son, the oldest boy. During the first years of my life, we were all living in the same house. But I considered him at the time as, what's the word, a sadist or a masochist for a person who seems to enjoy inflicting punishment on someone else. What's the word?
so this is crazy that he's talking about this. I don't know if y'all remember that movie. I think it's called not Pinhead, but Hellraiser. The sadistic, I forgot the word he used, but those are basically what the Phenobites was in Hellraiser. They derive their pleasure off your pain. This is crazy.
I believe the sadist is a person who enjoys inflicting punishment on someone else.
The masochist is one who enjoys inflicting punishment on himself.
I think so.
Yes.
On another note, if y'all saw that Rick and Morty episode about that, it was too funny.
Well, that was the impression I had of the older boy, because invariably when the mother got through, the older boy would take over. And he didn't have to use any kind of an instrument. He just used the flat of his hand. He was a large person. I imagine taking after her side of the family. He was about 6 feet tall, well muscled, weighing about 250. And when I was punished by him, I don't know, it was much more than a punishment. It was a torture. There were times when I'd have marks on my back for many days on end.
And see, if looking at this is like about the 1950s, he grew up in a time, if you go to school and you tell the teacher, that's another whooping. They're going to eat you up. So I grew up in the 80s, well, the 90s. I was born in 89, so I grew up in the 90s. It was still a little bit of what you call more of a village. You get in trouble up the street, you come back down, whipping down the street, whipping when you get home. But he had.
That's how cruel it was.
Would you tell me a little bit about your
You slipped.
High school and experiences after high school, what you did? I believe you relayed these briefly around the emergency room. Would you sort of give us a little brief history of your life and what you've done?
Could you clue me in on what I mentioned about high school?
I believe you said you graduated as an average student and after high school took some special training.
Yes, I was getting to the point of where I was trying to, in the earlier discussion, I was approaching the point of trying to put across how I've tried to make myself different from what I saw, from the example that was set up by the parents. Because of her being extremely obese, for example, I have come to look down upon anybody that is excessively overweight.
Dang, so apparently his mom used to beat him so bad, and she was a big girl. He freaking hate big women. Yo, that's mad crazy.
She would brag constantly about how she never finished grade school. And this is one of the enigmas that I was referring to before. I think that I just don't coincide. I'm a very mixed up person. I have been for as far back as I can remember, because while she would represent one thing and I would come to dislike that one thing, such as her being fat, now very possibly, being a little bit introspective, very possibly I'm looking for something that I didn't get, that I wanted very much when I was a youngster. I didn't get sympathy. I got a break over the head. If I did something wrong, nobody bothered to ask me why I did it. Oh, there's another point I'd like to bring up too.
Yo, it must have been so freaking cool. This on another L. This actually must have really been so cool to go on TV and actually smoke cigarettes and stuff like that. Just even when it was a time, y'all can look this up. It was a time where you could smoke in the hospital. I'm just saying, it would make the experience a little bit more pleasurable.
Try this on for size.
This sort of thing happened to you when you were a child?
This happened to me not very many times, because I was smart enough to realize that it didn't work, because I would get punished anyway. Not punished, beaten, thrashed, slugged, kicked. And I'm not putting on one bit of this. I'm not exaggerating the least little bit of it. I still have one mark on my body that I'll wear till the day I die. Because of one of those punishments. I can show it to you very easily. I don't know if the camera can see this. That's where the knife came into contact with me one time.
Right here, I remember I got hit one day, and I was getting an ass whipping so bad. I ran out the door, ran in the middle of the street, and tried to get ran over. She whooped my ass so bad.
I was taken to the hospital, and the story was given that, well, we were at our vacation camp then, and the story was given that I had fallen off the end of their dock, and it caught my leg on a piece of steel ribbon that were holding the drums, steel drums in place that supported the dock.
Wow, bro. This shit wild, yo. It is freaking wild, yo. Like, yo. Anyway, though, it's your boy Nurse Akeem, and I just wanted to go about a little bit of these psychology videos and see why people act the way they act. And you really, you really have to understand what these people go through to act the way they act. They don't just wake up schizophrenic or anything like that. Well, schizophrenic is one of them that could probably be passed generationally, but I'm just saying, it are factors that factor in that make people act like this. So it's your boy Nurse Akeem. If y'all like these type of videos, get in the comment, show me some love, show me some likes, and I'll do some more. Until next time, peace.